the flying ant, the one with this material. You know what this is called? Tulle. Tulle is what they use for the veils on the bridal gowns and stuff like that, and they use it on their dresses and stuff. And you can get it pretty cheaply at material shop. But I have extra here. If you don't have tulle, take a piece. I got tons of it at home, so cut up some tulle. Just leave me one piece, though. Did you take both? Yeah. Okay. And it makes a great wing. You can use it for flying ant. You could also use it for spinners and stuff like that. And because it's perforated, it won't twist your leader when you cast it. But it gives the impression of a nice veined wing. So it's a good material. You could probably even use it for posts, I would think, like that, or even a mayfly wing. But it's, and you don't even have to cut it that neatly, because you'll see out when I start tying it that the way it comes together, it really gives a nice presentation of a wing. And then the second one I'm going to show you, well, I'll do the first one first, and we'll worry about that. Okay.
Bridal shop, they'll probably give it to you for nothing.
Yeah.
Scraps.
This one is a size 18 for the winged ant. The problem with a lot of winged ants is because you're using black and it's sometimes in dark water, it's hard to see, and the tool shows up nicely, and you can follow your fly a lot better. You start by wrapping in the center towards the bend, as usually. This is just dry fly dubbing. It dubs nicely and is, water resistant. The key with ants I've found over the years is, even though they have 3 segments on their body, the head, the abdomen, and the thorax, you really only need 2, but you got to make them prominent. When trout are taking ants, if you don't have the differentiation, the 2 bodies, if it blends together, they just don't seem to take it as easily. All right, so it's a relatively simple pattern to tie. You just tie around the bend and you work towards the middle, and that's a good abdomen. Then what I use this tool, it's a funny name for it, don't you think, for a bridle.
How would you spell that?
Tull. That's how I would spell
As
it.
opposed to tool.
Yeah.
He's a
It's like,
tool.
it's like tull.
This is a Jethro Tull fly.
Yes.
And
And
No, it's aqualine.
and I'm not going to need all this, but it's easy to handle, and there's plenty of it. So what I do is I take a clump of it and I'll extend it way beyond the bend, and I'll show you why. Because I'm going to, once I secure it on, I'll just put the wing on, and then I'll just cut. You don't even have to think about it. And then you trim off the excess. And even though we call it a black fly, a lot of black ants are brownish in color. So the legs on this one is called dark brown dun. This is a whiting neck. It happens to be a really nice neck. I'm happy with
Dark brown, whiting done.
it. Yes,
Oxymoron?
yes.
No ambiguity there, right?
And for all those out there,
Makes sense to me.
okay, you just, with a feather like this, I could tie 4 flies easily, because you don't need all that much in terms of ants' legs. That's pretty much what happens. I'll tie 4 flies and then I'll stop. Okay, so this is secured in the middle, and then since it's a long one, you don't even need hackle pliers for this. About 3 wraps is all you do, and then you secure it towards the eye. Save that for a rainy day or the next 3 flies. And this is the key also when you're tying the ant, I think. Because you want the two segments, and with small flies, you don't want to clog your eye up. What you do is you start wrapping at the eye and you work towards the middle rather than the other way around. All right, then you can keep going with your thread, and that's defining the segmentation. And there we go. When you whip finish in the middle. Don't whip finish towards the eye. If you go back towards the eye, it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. What we're really trying to do is promote, a front and a back, a fore and an aft, So like the thread will compress any loose fibers that are there and, define the segmentation properly. I mean, it's simple fly to tie, and it, as you can see, it kind of really gives the impression of a flying ant, or an ant that was flying and is now on the water. That's why we call them flying ants, but we don't fish them up in the air, we fish them on the water, right? But there she be.